Today is Wednesday, November the 29th. Feels like 17 degrees outside. The actual temperature, and it has gotten a little bit warmer, is now 24. Today is going to be a true test for my greenhouse. Can't wait to see how everything fares, but I won't be opening the greenhouse until the temperatures reach these 40s down here. Just don't want to take a chance of any of the vegetables getting damaged because I uncover stuff too soon. I doubt very seriously you can hear these sandhill cranes, but I'm telling you, they're the most beautiful birds to see at the end of November. They migrate through here and they're just gorgeous. Well, the new well house slash quasi root cellar, quasi refrigerator this summer, because I do intend to put some air conditioning into it to make a cool room out of it, is completed. Okay, it's later in the day. It's still November 29th. It was like 17 degrees earlier this morning and now it's 80. I didn't roll up the sides, and quite often I will do that. But thus far, it doesn't seem to have been bothering the plants. I know it's probably going to get a little cooler tonight. I'm going to check. As long as it's not going to get below freezing, I'm not going to put any more floating row cover over these sprouting broccolis, cabbages, and kales. It's starting to weigh these things over. I do need to go ahead and get the frames built that I wanted to. But everything survived the freezing temp without any heat of any sort. It's now time for me to take and clean this bed out. This bed is the one that I planted first. And because I have a calendar, which looks pitiful out here, I needed a plastic calendar. But I planted the lettuce in bed number 1 on October the 11th, and this is bed number 1. It's produced a lot, but it's time for that to come out because I've got about 144, I dare say. There's probably, when I separate them, there's probably going to be more like 200 plus lettuce plants to put in here, and this is fully mature, so it's got to come out. This is bed number 2, and if I walk back over here, I planted bed number 2 on the 14th of October, so this has been in for about 45 days. It's time for it to come out. Now, of course, I will leave my dill in there. I didn't realize I could raise dill in a greenhouse through the winter. Most of you might not like dill, but if I'm having, I like buying wild caught salmon fillets, and I absolutely love to cook wild salmon in a lemon, butter, and chopped dill. It's just so absolutely fabulous tasting when it comes to having that on salmon and in other fish that you're going to grill. But this, I haven't eat as much of it because I was trying to get rid of all of that in the bed number 1 first. Now, I have taken out my radishes because they matured, but as you can see, I planted more radishes, and you're going to see a little space here where there's some that's missing, and that's missing is simply missing because there were some radishes that didn't mature as fast, and I left them to mature. I had some of this wonderful kale this morning. It is absolutely fabulous. I'd never raised the Ursula, but I can tell you I will be raising it again. I've got to get this Swiss chard, some of the outer leaves taken off of it. If nothing else, go ahead and prepare it and freeze it. The pak choi, I just have 2 tiny plants left, but it was definitely something I'll raise again in the greenhouse. This bed's something I'm going to use just basically for brassicas. It's on the back side, but it catches most of the evening sun. I'm just so happy that I learned that I could raise all of this stuff in an unheated greenhouse. Now, a lot of this I raised in my garden at my previous home. I didn't have at that time these fiberglass hoops here. The fiberglass hoops work really great for holding up cover. But with frost cover, I raised a lot of plants. There were a few times, though, where the wind blew the cover off and I lost what I had in the garden. But hopefully it's not going to be that way this year. And I want you to look what a gorgeous, I do mean gorgeous, and that is a buttercrunch lettuce. And I got quite a bit of buttercrunch. I've taken part of it out of there. It's amazing that it seems like everything I take out, it just gets fuller and fuller. But it is what it is. It's a great way to have fresh lettuce through the season. And like the other day, I went and bought about a cup of cherry tomatoes, and I about fell over. And I didn't buy organic. I couldn't afford the organic stuff, I don't think, right now, but I paid $3.99 a cup. And to think that I had enough cherry tomatoes growing that actually a lot of them went to waste because I couldn't give them all away and eat them. It's amazing. And who knows, if this greenhouse is going to continue to stay this warm, maybe I try some tomatoes at least up until the latter part of the season. Of course, I should say, I realize I can't raise tomatoes in an unheated greenhouse year round, but I probably could extend the season for at least a month or maybe two. I hope you've enjoyed my little vlog today. Of course, it is the 29th of November, and we're getting very close to winter. There's very little going on in the garden, so there's not a lot that I normally vlog about. Hopefully spring will arrive very quickly, or at least it will seem that way, and we can get back to gardening. But during the winter, you're going to see a lot of updates on my greenhouse. So if you'd like to keep up, be sure and subscribe and ring the little notification bell so you know when I put something new on my channel. I hope you enjoy, and if you would, let me know what you want to know about a greenhouse. This is my first go around. I have raised plants throughout the winter, but I normally used hoops over the plants, which were in the garden, and I just used frost covers over. But with this greenhouse, it allows me so much more diversity in what I can do, what I can raise. It's just so much simpler. I do hope that you're enjoying these videos, and let me know. And if you get a chance to share them, be sure and share them. That's how my channel grows. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day.